What's the deal? What's up, gang? I fucking fell asleep before the stream. Woke up on time though. Yeah, I I had no desire to get up. Um, but I did it, and you know what I did? I smoked a joint, and I'll be damned if a fucking joint doesn't make you want to do shit. I smoked that J. I smoked half of it. Half of it is still outside, and I'm like, I'm gonna do 2 streams. Fuck that. How do you know when you get margin called? Well, you'll typically end up hearing this sound. Boom. You just got margin called twice. No, I'm sorry, that's not margin call. That means you ran out of margin for another trade. So honestly, if I were to wish you one thing, it's so that you would never hear that sound again. Like, if I can wish one thing for you guys for the rest of your careers, it would be that one thing. Like, I wish for you to never, ever, and I wish for your children to never know that sound exists. Anyway, we're filling up here, and people at the Zoom door, come on in. Yeah. Come on in. Let's see what we got going on. Daily closed bearish like a motherfucker. So what's this? What do we close? 2020, 15. Yeah, we have room to drive down on the daily, right? The daily's closed below 2020.6, which I would say is the daily level. And I see these supports right below where we've tapped already. But the thing is, these supports, they all eventually grabbed orders down here. 2012 to 2015 area. So we have another 50-60 pips to come down before coming up. 4 hours are all bullish. And we just flipped on this 4 hour. Let's see. Okay, I think below 2018.9 would be a pretty decent area for a sell. We had a fake out earlier here last hour. Right, you had a support technically here, you faked out, came back up, filled the range. Now that you filled the range, if you close above it, we're gonna look to drive up. If we end up coming back again, but now closing below the new established support on the hourly, then we'll look to take sell. Also below here, I think the 4 hour would be bearish. Yeah, so where we'd be below all the 4 hour lows. So on the hourly, let's look for sells below there. Let's see where we can get our targets to. Okay. These are higher time frame levels below between which we should stick around here today. Wrong tool. So we're looking for closures outside this immediate range of 2017 or 2022 to indicate that we're going to drive. But just because we close outside these ranges doesn't really mean we're going to drive that direction. I just believe it's gonna, if we're coming up here, if we're coming up to above 22, we're eventually going to need a pretty steep bottom wick back down to 2017 areas in order to drive up. And I think the same thing for a drive down here. We'll need to close above 22 to drive down. That'll give us indication of volume. So if we can get right a closure, we can get a closure above here, and we're gonna look for obviously a retest, a price coming back into this area. And if it doesn't stay there, if it rejects and end up breaking highs, so we'll look for buys. If we, okay, so this is what it would look like on the higher time frame, right? We're looking at the hourly right now, but on the 15 and the 30, we'll see indications of price trying to break down back into range. It might do this on the smaller time frame, right? Close back in range, come up for the top wick, and never come back in range. And at some point, you're going to need to and start closing back up above. So at some point, you're going to need to see this being respected. So price will need to maintain above it. So you might see closures. You might see closures on the smaller time frame that look something like this, right? You'll retest back in range. Price will attempt to come back down on a small time frame. You'll get a respect of this area, right? Which would be a resistance turn support, and you'll end up getting the drive afterwards, right? If this happens, you could probably look for a bottom wick entry here, ideally off this area, right? So if that happens, the higher time frame will just end up looking like this. This is what the higher time frame will just, right? The hourly might look like this. This is what the 30 might look like. If you get this on the 30 or 15 and respect of this area, right, after prices try to come down here, you're clearly establishing this as a support, then we're going to look for buys. But if price breaks outside and then is able to close back in range like this, and we get openings that break the highs, we are looking for a flip back down. Okay. That would be optimal. Now, if we don't get a closure above here and we start retesting this area, this area here, what's going to be key is if we're able to close below here, at which point we might possibly have some off the rip entries to come down, because that we're going to fill this range, right? We're going to retest the lows, or it just depends how this prints, whether it's a 4-hour or 1-hour candle that closes below here, right? So that's going to determine how we're going to play it. Also, what's going to be key here is watching when we come down. We might get a wick off this area and eventually do this, right? You get a wick and then eventually drive. So you're going to look for a wick to here, and if you're seeing price come down here and have a hard rejection and a flip, we might take that flip back up to the top of the range. So there's a few ways to play this, but right now we're in a range in a top wick for the daily. Oh, people at the Zoom door, come on in. Yeah, see, price tends to reject. We had a hard rejection here, right? But we made a low, and typically, um, when price creates that range, it retests it, right? But this was a strong rejection previously here, so we have to take this into consideration. Look, we've tapped this area, drop straight up. We're not gonna play tops or bottoms here. We're gonna wait for the smaller time frame to give us indication of what it wants to do and fall in line with the higher time frame. You sank a trade, but they switched platforms, so now you need a new broker. Do you need a new broker, or do you need to adjust and adapt to their platform? Need to know three things: spreads, execution times, and in terms of latency, and withdrawal times. Three things. There's a lot of nice squares I drew here. An artiste. Chat. Imagine we imagine we did charts like Artlanta does cars. They just splatter the charts with our friggin' with our analysis. All right, we got a support right here. Bang, bang, just splatter analysis. Charts by Artlanta. Get some diamonds in that bitch too. What? Oh, man. Folks really enjoyed that joint. Oh, that reminds me. It's still waiting outside for me. Let's see if we can move outside the range. I like to move it, move it. We like to move it. Pass that shit, yo. You gotta be over here. Look, like, that joint's gonna get smoked whether you're here or not, right? So, it's in your best interest to be here. I have a buy at 2020.83. Should I close it once in profit? You should always close in profit. Should I close it once in profit? No. Wait till you're in drawdown. Imagine. Profit? Psh, no. Wait for the drawdown. Wow, really? It's only 420 of us here right now, chat. We're 20 minutes into the stream. Like, first week of the year, it was like 900 by this time. Like, what happened? Your New Year's resolutions only last so long. I already see it. It was 1,000 of you here the first 2 weeks of January. It's like the gym. It's crazy. It's like a mental gym. Yeah. You know, vacation? I know that vacation. That's that, like, damn, I'm gonna quit. I hate this industry type of vacation. Then 2 weeks later, your next paycheck, you're back. And now you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed my MT5. I should have. Oh, man. I need more weed. That's a no for me, dog.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Going to Jamaica this year? Probably not this year. Although I don't know what the end of the year holds. Maybe. Damn. Duke giving Wake Forest buckets right now. Yeah, Taylor Swift won. Yo, tell me about it. She had more on-screen time than any single player on any one of the teams. Like, they didn't care about who felt what type of way. All they cared was about how Taylor Swift felt. That's crazy. Yo, Wix, HOA fucks with you if you smoke in your yard? No. If I smoke in my yard, it fucks with the HOA. But they don't fuck with me. Crazy? Yeah. I had neighbors talking shit. Where's it coming from? Nah, the neighbors know it's me. I make sure they know it's me, so if there's an issue, they can walk over and talk to me. And so far, there ain't no issue. Watch this on my TV setup. Them sound bites hit a little too hard. They loud. Ever thought about moving to the future? Nope. I'm gonna stick around in the present. Oh, what's up, beautiful? Why'd you come in and give me a kiss? Mwah, love you. Why are you giving me a kiss? Because you're happy with all the sweets I bought? You like all the snacks? I know you do. I love you. Close the door to my office, please. Actually, it's so funny you asked me about futures because I was on the phone with Dala today, with Dr. Dala, and we were talking today, and we were literally discussing that, trading futures and stuff. It was kind of. I was just like, I was listening to his opinion on things while just like seeing what he knows about the industry and like where he comes from. Looks probably bottom naked. Oh yeah, this is shirt only. I'm like a news anchor. Yo, I didn't hit the gym the entire weekend or today. I'm having a three days off from the gym. Swinging the feet? Shit, no. All three of my feet are touching the floor right now. What you mean swinging the feet? I ain't sitting on a ledge like I'm 12, dog. 3 days off the gym. Yeah, I haven't been to the gym in 3 days because on Friday I went to the gym. Saturday was a party, so like early party, so I got drunk. And then Sunday I was recovering, and then it was Super Bowl Sunday, and we streamed and we traded and we got W. It was the shortest stream ever that we had yesterday. It was like a 35-minute stream. We had an early trade, and then we were like, fuck it, back to the Super Bowl. And then today, that was 2 days. And then today, I woke up. I put I don't know. Yeah, I slacked today. I just like I had so much other shit to do, and like my head was like in so many different places. Brady Gronk or Mahomes Kelsey? Right now, Brady Gronk. So far, like if we're talking careers, I think Mahomes Kelsey have potential to do way more, but like I made a killing on fucking on whatchamacallit? On fuck, what was the thing called? Not DraftKings. I deleted the app. Why is my app deleted? The other one, not the DraftKings one. The other one. I made a killing with Brady and Gronk on that. On FanDuel, that's right, FanDuel. Yeah. Like starting from like 2016, 2017. Even earlier, like 2015, Brady Gronk was like best duo in the game. I think more than 7 to 14 days, you lose a little muscle. I think if you know what I do, like if I'm in the gym for 5 to 6 weeks straight, I take a week off. Just you need rest. Muscles need rest, and they'll grow more if they're rested. And the thing is, if you're not taking more than a week off, right? If you're taking more than a week off, like a month, yeah, like that's wild. But like you still, when you get back in the gym, you have muscle memory, right? So like it takes very little to get back to your previous point, right? So for, like I don't know for you, but for me, like it like literally like if I miss a month or two, and I've done it before, like it's 2 weeks in the gym and I'm right back to where I was, right? Because you know what you need to do to get to where you're going, right? Because you've already done it before. Same thing here in trading, very similar. We had a 30 close. How did 30 close? We had a 30 close like ass and feet, and next 30 is just going up. So, I mean, if we're sticking around in this range, might not be anything here for now. Carr can take Mahomes with a better play call. You know, Carr, I think, was the best college quarterback I've seen. Like college play, he was fucking incredible in college. It didn't really like he was good with the Raiders, right? But like he wasn't great. Johnny Mans was way better. No, like to have as a college career. I mean, Manziel was great too. I'm a big Johnny football fan, right? But like he fucked his career up. Cleveland fucked his career up too. Like it was a bad match. Like Cleveland was like of the flea market of the NFL, and like that's not where he needed to go to. Like it was a terrible match. Looks let me come visit. Well, whenever you're in Florida, hit me up. Green's been on his way here for months. Can't make it. No, Jean. No brokers to recommend. Oh man. Me and Wix blowing shit down with Link. That's really grammatically incorrect. It's Wix and I. Right? Wix and you guys have those friends? You'd be like, how does this sound? They'd be like, well, you spelled this wrong. I said, motherfucker, how does this sound? This ain't a spelling bee, bitch. Wait, you guys have friends? Not recently. Wix looks Samoan, not gonna lie. That's what my girl says. And I be telling her, nah, that's just your crush on Aquaman that got you saying these things. I don't look no fucking Samoan. The only thing Samoan about me is some mo weed. That's it. Get me some mo weed. Samoan. Wixby Jamaican. You still go out with her, John? You still with that shorty? Looks look like he right out of West Palm Beach. No, I actually am right out of West Palm Beach, right outside of it. About 45 to an hour away. About an hour away from West Palm. You are not a Jamaican. You from Russia? I'm not from Russia. I'm Jamaican, not Jamaican. West side of Florida? No, I'm south. South side. Nah, we don't got. We also didn't smash that night. Yeah, that's tough. I wonder why. Smile if you're not wearing underwear.
Think about that. That's just dumb.
Friends in Pompano and Delray. Yeah, I'm more south than all of them. I'm south of FIU as well. Wellington. that's fucking. That's West Palm Beach. Ain't shit there. With my Burlington and San Diego counties, Florida gets too humid. I mean, San Diego, honestly, like climate-wise, if we're talking about like just weather, I think San Diego has the most ideal weather in the world. Like it's got the best fucking climate. It's beautiful. It's great. But like the politics, man. The California politics just that's why people are fucking dipping from New York and California in record rates. But we ain't gonna politic about politics here. Everybody know my opinion. I'm in Wellington at State. Sorry to hear that. Or congratulations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Whichever one it is, man. You take bong hits? Are you offering? DM me for my P.O. box. You can just send them there. Last 15 of this 4 hour, we ain't done shit. So we just gonna wait. Market has not moved. Yeah, look at all these people in Wellington from New York City. Look at all these former New Yorkers in Florida. I wonder why the fuck they left New York and came down here. Couldn't afford the taxes. True. Brokies. Left New York. Oh man. Enjoy your city, state, and federal taxes, New York. My fellow New Yorker, or I guess not fellow New Yorkers, my friendly New Yorkers. Enjoy the 60 cents of every dollar that you have to give to the government. Enjoy the 40 cents remaining of every dollar that you make. Habibi, come to Sweden. We got snow and blondes with blue eyes. Session trades. We use the Donvo strategy here for session trades. Okay. I must have forgotten. Hold on, let me get rid of it. I think that's why he's so profitable. He forgets all these things. Calling it a session. Need to prepare for an exam. Later, Toby. Oh, he dipped already. Well, if you're seeing this, later, Toby. You're gonna miss tomorrow's snowstorm in NYC. Time to shovel. Yeah, I can't wait to shovel. Like, I be waking up and get pictures from people in New York that snow is like up to here and they can barely see outside their window. And then I walk outside, look at a pool and a palm tree, roll a joint, and think to myself, well, actually, I won't even tell you what I think to myself. That's enough. It's like, enjoy my evening, look for parking in the freezing cold for 18 hours. Yeah, I think I'm going to go enjoy my evening. Right? Quality of life is just way better. Oh, wait. Flippy the tape. You see the cells? You got that vision. I don't see nothing until this 4-hour closes here in 8 minutes. What's the score in the Knicks game? $43-28 Rockets up. Oh, that's early. That's early. Knicks are a third quarter team. I don't trust 4-hour candles in Forex. They're different 4-hour closes with different brokers. Somebody's lying. One of them is lying. Oh, man. That's how you get trust issues, right? Why y'all the same but different? Why y'all both call yourself the 4-hour, but you are all different? Outlook for tonight, we need to break out of this ugly range. We need to see price break out of it. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Kobe's statue. He could have done a better job. But then again, like, who am I to speak on Kobe's statue, right? He scored 83 once in an NBA game. All we did was have like a 100 pip runner. Like, we're not the same. I can't speak on him. Psh, love you. Oh, that looks delicious. Is that peanut butter and honey? Oh man, I'm gonna eat some of that when I'm done here. I didn't want to take a big bite. Love you. Thank you. Are they sleeping? Huh. Yeah, my daughter made a peanut butter honey sandwich. I'm about to give her like a protein shake too and send it to the gym. Get your ass in the gym, you're wasting all this protein. Three minutes. 3 minutes. So here's the thing. We're gonna need to break the highs here before we come down. And if we come down first, can we take buys to break the highs before it makes a decision? Right? It's very similar to yesterday where if you look, you had your support formed. What the fuck was that? You had your support formed. You had a high formed, and like this is where we took sells yesterday, right here. That area right there, this candle for Asian session. But I think this play here has already played out, right? So you already had this try to drive, and now you have a retest of the highs, and you see how you had to re-break the high here, so you have to tap into this area before you can eventually come down. So I believe that's the part that we're at right now. So we're gonna need, once we close above here, we're gonna need to re-break the highs whether we go up or down. So I'm gonna see if we can get some kind of indication that we're coming up there and take buys to the highs before, take a buy into resistance before it makes a decision, understanding that that's where it's got to make a decision. So how much? Yeah, just 15-20 pips of range to get up there. It'll be interesting how we get up there, because it might not come back down after it gets up there, right? We might end up filling to 27 before it makes that decision. So we have another 90 seconds here in this candle. Why do you need to break the highs to grab orders? Because look, the highs that we've grabbed here wasn't enough, right? This is where we got, and now we're coming back to retest them. So if we want to break this low, we probably need to grab more orders. Very similar to here, right? We grabbed orders. This is as far as we got. If we want to break this low, we needed to break the highs. Look, that's what it did. It broke the highs, and then it came down further. Then it rebroke more highs and drove even further. And you also have a mini range here, right? And typically what happens when you break out of a range, right? You break out of the range to grab orders to then get a fake out and just drive back through. But you might not. You might, like, right? Like if I understand it's coming here, it's not coming here to reject. I understand this is where it has to go to make a decision, not to necessarily reject. So it might come up there and then continue up, right? And then this is your decision, next decision point. Having Subway right now. Ooh, I hope you got that garlic, herbs and cheese, that chicken teriyaki with the extra sweet onion sauce. $5 foot long. Damn. So you enjoying your foot long right now, huh? For FOREX pips. Enjoy that foot long, bruh. Alright, 4 hour closed. Let's see if we can get a nice bottom wick. Roughly 2019 too. I mean, maybe even lower. Yeah, be great, but we'll see. Let's see. Kind of held here on the 5 too, right? I've stayed. Oh, that's the 15, right? The 5 stayed above too. 30 also closed above the most recent. Yeah, I think as long as we get to maybe 2019, 2019, I'll set a buy stop. Not at 2019, but when we get there. 2017.85. That's the level below which I'm looking for sells. So we could come down here, but if we are to come down, we're gonna need to grab orders, right? Up there, like I said. So where can we reject? We come down another 5 pips and break the previous hourly low here. We're gonna have a buy stop on the break of the highs, break of the current hourly high. And it will only be valid if this 15 can flip. Not the next 15. Because if we get a bearish 15 closure and no flip, the next 15 flipping, or the 30 flipping and the hourly flipping could just be a top wick for the 15. Is that it for bottom wick? I don't think so. We need a steeper wick than that. Why not 2018 below sell? We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Infamous wicks yawn. We're almost there. I want to break this previous hourly low. Is it broken on the broker? Yeah, I think it's almost broken. No bottom wick. Alright, so we broke it. I'm gonna set a buy stop here on the right. I got a buy stop at the break of this current hourly high right here. If we flip, this will also fall in line with the 4-hour, but remember, it's got to do this. It's got to flip in the next 8 minutes here, in this first 15. And you can have buys or sells here. The thing is, if it doesn't flip here in the first 15 and we get this closure, I'm going to delete the buy stop. And if it then comes up, breaks the high after closing bearish here, we might look for sells to come down. I mean, everybody's got different goals in life, Camp Savage. But good luck to you as well. Do you know much about the devious London plans? They're in the works. There's no plans or itinerary yet. Quickly explain why you're about to take this trade. Well, 4-hour closed bullish. We have room to reach the next resistance. We need to break highs here if we're gonna come down. So if we're wrong, and if we're right, then we're just right. Okay, and then we closed above the most recent on the 30 and the 1 hour. And even though we're below this area with the 4-hour closing bullish and us creating this bottom wick for the previous hour where the previous hourly didn't have one before, if we flip now, I think with the volume and momentum, we're going to tap these highs at 22.44 before making a decision. So that's my reasoning. I've took my trade to court, convinced myself that the trade is bullish as charged, and the court said you have 5 minutes to sentence your trade, because after that the statute of limitations expires and you can't take that trade back to court again. It'll have to be a new charge, a new setup. So you buy sell stops with time expiration? No, I just said I right click on the MT5 terminal and I put buy stop. I right click in the spot where I want it and buy stop. But remember, there's on buys you get activated on spread price, not market price. Right? So you get activated on spreads. So make sure you account for spreads when you're looking for buys. Your spread on Blueberry 1.7 joke? Well, everyone should be so lucky as you. You, my friend, have no idea how good you have it. Trade looks well in the 4-hour. Yeah, but like it's really the smaller time frame here that's going to give us the indication for entry. And right now it looks like we're going to be deleting the buy stops here in about a minute. you have a spread over 2, you want to take a trade? Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way when it's over 3. I think over 3, at like 2.5, like 2. I still trade. Even at 3, I trade sometimes. But over 3, I like. It's like, what are you? A funding company now? How do I know if mine is spread or market price? What do you mean? You have a market price and then you have spread above that. Would I assume it's the same? Well, open up a regular account on Blueberry, right? A live account. And a prop firm and copy trade them. You'll see if it's the same. Oh. I don't know what to tell you, I think. I don't know. Where were all of yous yesterday, huh? Tino, Eddie, Step One. Where was everybody yesterday? I was over here by myself in the Zooms. Fess up, you were watching the Super Bowl. Bougie, where were you? You was at the Super Bowl. Bougie lives in Vegas. He was literally at the Super Bowl. You caught time with Private Gang? Yeah. You were live? Yeah, we went live with Private Gang, but it was a 30-minute stream. We were done by the time halftime ended, we were done. We started the stream for halftime, and before halftime ended, we literally watched Usher do a terrible performance, and we called it. I was like, this man's on rollerblades? Nah, I'm calling it. we had a session. Chat, delete the buy stops here. Or chat, I'm deleting buy stops here. We might still come up, but at this point, price was strong enough to actually come down here and close here on a 15-minute, right? It stayed here. So if it comes up now, we're going to need a closure above. Or we're going to need this candle to drive down to the next support and then start driving up. I assumed you would have not streamed because no, I said it all of last week. Wednesday, Thursday, I said it. Hey, it's going to be Super Bowl Sunday, but we'll be live. Private Gang, we'll have a stream. Had a plate in my hand when I remembered. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you would have a plate. Crazy wardrobe malfunction during halftime show. Nobody said anything. Why? What happened? Graph G key. I'll be here every day. All right. Oh, your birthday's on Super Bowl Sunday? Why? Just get a different birthday, bro. What's wrong with you? Yo, you want to come through to my birthday? What, Super Bowl? Nope. Just the emptiest birthday party ever. And then if it does get packed, it's like, hey, the Super Bowl's on. It's not like, hey, happy birthday. Word, bro. Just get a different birthday. What's wrong with you? It's too hot. not in that fucking bandana. Word. Just change your sex, you should be able to change your birthday. Today, I identify as a Virgo. Just, I identify as a Pisces. Should have changed this shit to March. Oh, now it's Kansas playing, huh? No, we're going to change this up. What's the score in the next game? Ooh, got Nuggets Bucks on. Sixers, Cavs, good game. 2 minutes left in the fourth. You're an asparagus. That's an FVG. Your favorite vegetable greens. FVG. $57.43 Rockets up at the half. 14 ain't bad. Yeah, the hourly looks sweeter than the Twinkie filling, but like, everything else, I don't know. What's my daily bias? Bearish. Doesn't mean we can't take some buys. Yeah, I'm not looking for a buy unless we flip. If it comes down 2017-8, no, I'm going to look for a bearish closure. Even here, after that previous 15, the way it closed, really the 30 here, right? If we close this kind of bearish, bottom wick, we're waiting on that hourly bullish flip and then a drive back down. We just have no direction. If you guys see, we're in a range. Yeah, it's, you know, it's not a massive range, but we have a higher time frame range and a small time frame range all really coinciding here, right? But sorry, let's get rid of this line. But we're in a range. There's no direction. Market hasn't given us a drive that we could hop on, right? We right now, what we're doing is pretty much looking for the smaller time frames to see if we can feel the range and before the market makes its decision. But if we had clear direction where it's, you know, then we're looking for wick entries with clear direction. because once market establishes direction, wick or no wick, it's heading that way, right? And the wick is just for you to get a better entry, for you to have a better risk management approach. But the market has to be trending for wick entries, because if the market is not trending and you get a wick entry, you're calling tops or bottoms when you're doing it in a range. Understand? We don't call tops or bottoms. Market looking for new fundamentals, drive out of current ranges. Who was here for the Trump presidency? Who was here? Who was doing Forex when the orange man was in office? Like, that man. Mama, there goes that man. That man was a gold mine for the Forex industry. Miss Orange Face? Yeah, bring back mean tweets. Like, what? You don't like Asian session? Wait till we get some more mean tweets. He brought incredible volume to gold. Give a shit how you feel about him. He was a gold mine for the industry. He brought volume when there was no reason for there to be volume, and there was just a catalyst all the time for trades. Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's go, Brandon. Sounds like we're at the beach here. Trump wins gold going to 3,000. Shit, Biden wins gold hitting 4,000 on election night. Don vote 24. Don vote 24. We're gonna start that chant, Eddie. Don vote 24. Day one of jumping on stream to unmute Wix. I know, you got tired of muting me. 30 seconds here for the 30 close. And we are looking for a top wick here. Honestly, to the highs here, to 2020 area, 2020.5. We want the hourly to create a top wick. We want the flip up. But with the 30 closing bearish, we want the flip up and a drive back down in range. And if we can get that, then we'll take where I'm not looking for a buy here to come up. I'm looking for a sell here and a top wick on this current 30 that's about to open. Boom. Okay. Support tapped here. Support held. Alright, did it? Yeah, held. So if we draw this. Type C? What is it? No, it's this one. Oh no, it's a mini. This is the same one that. Five has a support here. If we maybe can get a 15 bullish close here in 9 minutes, because we need a closure. But it did hold support here. There's a smaller time frame support. There's a 15 and a 5 support there. Let's see, or we get a 5 closing above 2020, 2019.9. So yeah, above 2020 if we get a 5 closing. And then a bottom wick back down here, then we can take that flip up, expecting the hourly then to flip. Right? So if we get the 5 closing above here, right, you would need this closure. You'd need a bottom wick back down to here, or at least this area. If we get that bottom wick and then you take the buys, that then turns into the hourly flip bullish as well here. You guys see above there the hourly flip. So this could be interesting. I can't take a sell yet. We need to come up here, right? We need to come up to the hourly highs for a sell as well. Been well, Syed. What is your R ratio? My R ratio is Buzz Lightyear. Okay. Capiche? Where do you meet Don? At the water cooler every morning. Drop it in, drop likes, mute wicks. Congrats, that's a big W. Chat, by the way, if you haven't done so yet, drop a like, because I only see 3 likes here on stream. I don't know how many there are, there's definitely more than that, but I only see 3 because when I turned it on, that's what it had. It had 3 likes, and for some reason, YouTube doesn't update me on the likes. Right? So drop a like if you haven't done so yet. If you're like me and you need a reminder, I always need a reminder. Sub to the channel if you're new here, and yo, go follow the IG. FR. Check out GJ. Oh, you asked for it. Damn it.
How about no?
Let's go Mets. We spoke about this already, right? What Mets stands for? The Mets stands for my entire team sucks. It's hard to root for a team that's named the Mets. They're still better than the Knicks. Well, the Knicks will be in the playoffs this year. The Mets are going to be playing dominoes or checkers at the beach, at the boardwalk, with the rest of the retirement home. Are they in the playoff picture? I have no idea. I haven't watched baseball this year. I have no idea. Wicks in Toronto for a Jays game? No. I used to go to a lot of Yankee games, and they were always boring as fuck. It was always some fucking drunk dude next to you, and there's nothing wrong with drunk dudes, but it would be like a fucking slob just yelling like. And when I went to the games, it was like Andy Pettit, David Wells, Derek Jeter, Darryl Strawberry, you know what I mean, Bernie Williams, those Yankees. And it'd be like, you suck, Andy Pettit. Meanwhile, he's got like a perfect game going. It would be wild. You gotta stop watching the Yankee games. I don't. I watch the Yankee reruns like it's fucking Seinfeld. I'll be watching the games talking about the good old days. Be watching the Yankee reruns from the late 90s. Life was good. Yeah. Shit. Life was amazing back in the 1900s. Chat. Last century. was a great century to be a part of. Yeah. I'll never let go of my 90s Yankees. I'm like I'm like Rose on that little door floating next to the iceberg. I'll never let go, Jack. That bitch could not move over. Selfish. I don't know. Yeah, I'll never let go. 5 minutes later. All right, see you later, Jack. Jack at the bottom of the ocean. That's how I feel about the Yankees. I'll never let go. 10 minutes later, I'm over here with a Mets jersey. Doesn't look like it's doing much here. Not really doing anything. Red Sox fan, Pedro, man, Big Papi. And then remember, oh, how bad was it when, what's his name? Oh, I'm having a I was just talking about him yesterday. The dude that went from the Red Sox to the Yankees, what was his name? I was just talking about him yesterday. And now I'm drawing a blank. Damon. There you go. Damon. Johnny Damon. That's who I'm talking about. How bad was that when he left Boston? All of a sudden he's nice and clean cut and shit. Would I consider the earth being flat? No. But hey, I ain't stopping you. Do your thing, boo-boo. Shit. I don't give a fuck if it's a triangle. I'm still walking on that bitch like I'm king. Yeah, Paul O'Neill, I think, was my first favorite Yankee. I remember when I moved to America, and my first day in school, like elementary school, I go into the gym, and there was a big poster. This is in '95. There was a big poster on the gym wall in our elementary school of Paul O'Neill, and I saw O'Neal, and the only O'Neal I knew was Shaq. I was like, that's crazy. He also plays baseball. Okay. Hold on a second, chat. All right, we got 11 minutes here for the hourly closer chat. If we close like this, we're still looking at the same story as on the 15. Same story, 30. It's the same story in the hourly. We're looking for that top wick to come back down in range. Crazy. Aaron Judge also went to Fresno State, my hometown. Get judged. Hey, close the door to the office. Please. You know who used to irritate me when they got him? Remember that guy? Chuck Knobloch. Remember when the Yankees had Chuck Knobloch at second base? And like for some reason he forgot how to throw. There was a time where like all of a sudden, like after having like a couple of gold gloves, like he forgot how to throw and needed to take time off to be able to throw from second base to first. Fucking asshole. Posada was a horrible catcher, maybe, but he was clutch. He was a clutch hitter. Like he always used to come through in the clutch. But like, who I loved from the 90s Yankees, I know we had the Bernie Williams and the David Wells and the Andy Pettitts. You know who I loved? Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez was that dude. He was clutch. The home runs in the 9th inning, man. Tino Martinez was a massive W. Do you market execute on your new strategy? Yeah. My favorite player of all time, obviously like Jeter is up there, but we all used to emulate somebody, right? And when I used to play baseball, it was, you know who it was? It was the kid. It was Ken Griffey Jr. for me. Ken Griffey Jr., just the way he carried himself, the aura, every time he stepped up to the plate, right? The pitchers, like the whole stadium felt it when he'd step up to the plate. Like Ken Griffey Jr. was like, that's the guy I wanted to be like whenever I go play baseball. Oh, Sammy Sosa, I used to the oh shit. Nike Griffies, yeah, me too. I remember that. I used to like emulate every part, like from the way he'd walk to the plate, the way he'd chew his gum, the way he'd stand. You know, he had the straight up stands, the bat just hanging on the shoulder. How long you been trading? We've been here for about 2 hours. Overall, like 5 years. You can't argue about catchers with Mets fans because they'll fucking Mike Piazza you to death. Doing some trades? No, we had nothing. We've ranged here for 2 hours. 30 flipped with 7 minutes to go. Not good enough for a top wick for me. We're gonna wait on this hourly closure.
up, dude?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Good to hear. Anybody got any trades this evening? I know Tino was over here in a position from like 2021.
I had an idea on GJ, but nothing played out.
Ah, you're not gonna get me. We're not looking at GJ.
I'm trying some alternative pairs just in case I get screwed big time.
Alternative pairs and mean like you're gonna trade GJ and go trade on like TD or Ameritrade or E-Trade or something?
Yeah, I've been trying out NAS 100 too. So far, NAS is much similar to gold in the way it moves.
I mean, it probably enjoys similar catalysts, right? But
Yeah,
it's
similar
it's,
times.
it's just different. It's not ideal to trade in the evening, right?
Yeah, right now,
It's a New York session pair. No trade today. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Appreciate that. All-time highs. How you trade that? I wait for new levels to be established at all-time highs. Last 5 here. Last 5 of this hourly. I don't smoke cigarettes. When I did, it used to be Newports and Parliaments, but that's going back. My last cigarette I smoked was 2011, 2012, so 12 years since I smoked a cigarette. How did I quit? Cold turkey. Cold turkey on my birthday. I smoked like a pack of Newports on my birthday, and for some reason next day, like I woke up like feeling like shit and coughing, and I woke up like late in the day, like I had a hangover, and didn't smoke that day because I felt like shit. And then the day after, like I was still like the remnants of feeling like shit, and like, you know, I was really busy, and like it kind of went that I didn't smoke for two or 3 days because I couldn't. And then I was like, well, if I didn't smoke for 3 days, I'm just not gonna smoke anymore. And then every time, it's like an oral fixation, right? You go out, so everybody goes to smoke, you're like, fuck. So yeah, what I used to do was like I'd order food every time somebody would be like, yo, let's go have a cigarette, or like let's go smoke. I'd be like, can I get another burger, another order of like onion rings or some shit? Just start eating. Bring me another beef Wellington, please. Below it, will you consider sells? I'll consider sells at this level if we can get a top wick. So if we can get a top wick to come up and re-break all the highs and then flip bearish on the next candle, then I'll consider sells. I'll consider this level, right? So we're not gonna sell there, right? This whole area, we're not gonna sell there. But we will consider sells once we do tap this area, right? The idea is for the market to drive up off the rip here, to come up, tap, and bring us down. Right, this is what we want to look like. So if we come up here, break the highs, and then flip, we'll take sells. I think the entire baseball world can agree on Yogi. Can you use the same thought process if current candle has no bottom wick and sell on the next, on start of next? I can't sell on the start of next candle off the rip with no bottom wick, because I don't know if the next candle bottom wick will be 5 pips, 2 pips, or 50 pips. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the bottom wick. I don't know what the fuck those drawings are, sorry. If we close like this, I don't know if the bottom wick is this before it flips, or this before it flips, or this before it flips, but at some point it will flip, right? Sorry, I also drew that the wrong color, but you get the point. So no bottom wick here on the hourly. You're gonna create one right now on this current hourly, right? First thing it's doing is coming down here. Well, if you don't, you don't, but this is very tough here. Honestly, chat, like, we're probably gonna call it. Look at that. It closed at support, no bottom wick. So a couple of things can happen here. You either get this bottom wick here, right? And sorry, you get this bottom wick and a closure below, maybe on the 15 to 30. And that will give you the bottom wick, and then you can look for this top wick. And if this happens, you don't need a top wick to here, you need it to this right here, to this resistance. And then you can look for sells, right, as you break that low. If that gladiator candle doesn't print, right, because typically what happens when you close support resistance, you'll need a gladiator candle. But if this doesn't print, you might get a steep bottom wick, or not, maybe not even a steep bottom wick, but close bullish here at support. And then what you're looking for, you're either going to wait for this 4 hour to close out, because you're most likely going to range, right? You're going to have 2 hours at the end of this hour for the 4 hour close. And then on the next 4, let this 4 hour close at 1 a.m. And then for pre-London, when volume's coming in, then you take the drive. But if this closes, right, if you're at this support and you fucking hell, man. And if you close bullish here like this, right, you're looking for a repeat of this, right? You're closing bullish support to come up to the top of the range. So if you get that bullish closure on the hourly, you can start looking for that bottom wick. Once you break these lows here, you're looking, right? Because you just close, if the next hourly does close bullish, right? You broke the lows. You closed bullish at support. You broke now a bullish flip will take you up to the top of the range. And then you can start saying, all right, well, then this falls in line with my higher time frame. And now the 4 hour will flip here, right? Because this will be just a bottom wick for the 4 hour. And then you can start looking for the 4 hour to get to the next resistance before the close. So, I mean, that's kind of how you can plan it out. And then all time frame, the 30 will fall in line with the 1 hour and the 15 and the 4 hour. They will all line up once you get that hourly bullish closure, right? And then a wick down to support here, to the previous support, and a flip up. All the time frames will line up, and then the 4 hour will be well on its way coming up also. So just plan for it. Yeah, but this is at least another 30 minutes to an hour worth of waiting. That's why I said I'm probably gonna call it here, chat. like, I'm not gonna start looking for a setup at 11, right? Because that's way past our time. If we were in a trade already, I'd sit here, but no. We're gonna resume tomorrow. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for Dawn's session in the morning, so I'll catch you guys then. But we will run the next Asian session tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, as we do every single weekday. Alright, we'll be live here on YouTube at 8 p.m. So make sure you hop on. Also, don't miss the New York session tomorrow. Yeah, we have a few catalysts. We should have some volume, especially if we range through here. I think London we might come up further. London give you a rejection, then we'll come back down, retest the lows for New York, fill the daily range. So it'll be interesting. The daily wick has another, what, 60, 70 pips to go from where we are right now. So if we pull up here, maybe tomorrow will drive us, or maybe the New York session will drive us. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna call it a session here, gang. Thank you for coming through. I guess I want to say no volume, so I think the volume won't kick in, but like probably volume at a bit later time after the session. Oh, look, it's coming down now. Yeah, we're gonna need to wait for a closure, and it's gonna need to be a 30 closure here, so it gets tough. All right, yep, chat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming through. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Love and wisdom to you all, chat. Zoom gang, thank you as always. Appreciate you guys, Tino, Step One, Eddie, Bougie. That sucks. The private gang gets a trade. Well, that's the reason they're private, right? But it's not on purpose, chat. It just so happens. Yesterday it set up, today it didn't. But we'll take another crack at it tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube. Turn on your notifications. This way you know when we're on. So make sure you're subbed to this channel. And just like that, gang, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.